Get ready for a season of espionage and betrayal, because The Agency Season 2 is hitting Paramount Plus this Sunday. We are diving deep into the chaos as CIA agent Martian, played by Michael Fassbender, unravels a mole hunt that plunges London Station into utter pandemonium. This sophomore season promises covert wars colliding from Tehran to Africa, where loyalties fracture and the truth becomes a weapon. You do not want to miss this high-stakes thriller, where every move risks igniting a global firestorm. Next up, we are talking about the car. This success follows other major productions, signaling a vibrant return to Broadway. But the spotlight swings to controversy as we look at the return of Scott Rudin on Broadway. After years of laying low, Rudin has made a major comeback, and the reaction has been intense. Nathan Lane's mention of Rudin at the drama desk awards drew loud boos from the crowd, sparking debate over whether Broadway is ready to welcome him back. Stay with us to find out if this comeback is a redemption tour or a reminder of the industry's long memory. The highly anticipated sophomore season of the Paramount Plus series, The Agency, is set to premiere on Sunday, June 21, marking a major return for the acclaimed spy thriller. This 10-episode season, a collaboration between Paramount Television Studios and David Glasser's 101 Studios, promises an intense summer of espionage and moral compromise. The trailer for Season 2, titled Trust No One, immediately sets a dark and high-stakes tone. The narrative centers on profound betrayal, with CIA agent Martian, played by Michael Fassbender, voicing a harsh assessment of a character, stating, "If I tell you Michael Fassbender is a traitor, it's the truth. He betrayed his country. Did he cause harm? Yes. He lied to his friends, his colleagues. He sacrificed people. He deserves his fate. And if he had to do it again, he wouldn't hesitate." The season description further deepens the intrigue, detailing the central conflict. Betrayed, compromised, and haunted by the woman he couldn't save, Martian's world unravels as a mole hunt plunges London Station into chaos. Covert wars continue across global hotspots, from Tehran to Africa, where every move risks igniting a global firestorm. As loyalties fracture, the truth becomes a weapon, and Martian's only path forward is deeper into the conflict. Starring Michael Fassbender, the cast also features established names including Richard Gere, Jeffrey Wright, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Catherine Waterston. Fassbender is also involved behind the scenes as an executive producer, alongside George Clooney. The production team is robust, featuring executive producers such as Jez Butterworth and his brother John Henry Butterworth, Ron Burkle, David Hutkin, Bob Yari, for 101 Studios, Grant Heslov for Smokehouse Pictures, Alex Berger for Top, The Originals Productions, Ashley Stern, Pascal Breton for Federation Studios' Federation Entertainment of America, and Joe Wright and Keith Cox. Breakout comedy star Nate Jackson has shattered an all-time record at the legendary Laugh Factory Hollywood, securing 6 consecutive sold-out shows during the recent Netflix is a Joke Fest. This remarkable achievement solidifies Jackson's status among comedy royalty. Laugh Factory owner Jamie Masada noted that Jackson joins a lineage of greats, including Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Rock. Masada highlighted the connection between Jackson and Chappelle, recalling how Jackson inspired Chappelle's ambition to become a stand-up star. Masada praised Jackson's performance, describing him as quicker on his feet than anyone he has seen and a world-class roast master, citing praise from the Los Angeles Times. Jackson has further cemented his influence as a major force in comedy, highlighted by his one-hour Netflix special, which ranked in the top 10 on the platform last year. Masada emphasized the immediate impact of Jackson's appeal, stating that word of mouth following his first performance led to crowds lining up for blocks each night, describing his sets as charismatic, with incredible, unpredictable original material. The Broadway production of Giant has successfully recouped its $5.6 million investment, marking a significant milestone for the show. The play, starring John Lithgow, Aya Cash, and Elliot Levy, achieved this recoupment just 10 weeks into its Broadway run, despite a limited schedule of 7 shows per week from March through May. Strong box office performance has underpinned this success, with the production grossing $1.2 million as of the week of May 10, consistently playing near capacity each week. Giant is the latest production from the 2025-2026 season to reach this financial benchmark, following previous successes such as Every Brilliant Thing, Waiting for Godot, and Art. The production was written by Mark Rosenblatt and directed by Nicholas Hittner, and premiered at the Music Box Theater on March 11. In the narrative, John Lithgow portrays children's author Roald Dahl, who is confronted by an executive from his publishing house seeking an apology for a book review critical of Israel following the Siege of Lebanon. The play arrived on Broadway after a successful West End run, where it secured the Olivier Award for Best New Play, along with accolades for Lithgow and Levy. The production is also slated for a cinematic release, filmed in London with Lithgow, Cash, Levy, and Sterling, and distributed in over 900 cinemas across 18 countries, including the UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and select international territories, beginning November 19. The full cast includes Rachel Sterling, Stella Everett, and David Mannes, alongside Brian and Dana Lee, Stephanie Kramer, Nicole Kramer, Josh Fiedler, and Robin Goodman. The production is being brought to Broadway by Royal Court Theatre. Noi Dung Kai Tight. Controversial Hollywood producer Scott Rudin faced significant backlash at the Drama Desk Awards following a mention of his name, casting doubt on his Broadway comeback. During the event, Nathan Lane praised Rudin in his acceptance speech for his lead role in the revival of Death of a Salesman, stating, "This show would not have happened without Scott Rudin." This praise was met with audible boos from the audience, according to multiple sources. Lane reportedly quipped, "Ah, his family's here," in response to the reaction, while insiders described the room growing tense as audience members heckled. One source noted that Nathan clearly sought to acknowledge Rudin, but the crowd response suggested Broadway had not moved on as quickly as hoped. /N Rudin has been largely absent from the public eye since a 2021 exposé by Hollywood Reporter, and a subsequent New York Times report detailing allegations of bullying and verbal abuse towards staff. Rudin had previously addressed the reports, stating, "A lot of what was said was true. Some of what was said wasn't true. But I didn't feel there was any point in responding to all of it because what's the point of parsing bad behavior? It was bad behavior. I own it." He also expressed a belief in his personal growth, saying he learned not to let others down. /N despite the controversy, Rudin announced his return, stating, "I'm going to try to come back and make some more good work, and people will feel how they feel. And if some people are really angry about it, they'll have the right to be angry about it." /N however, the lingering anger is evident. Rudin has reportedly not attended the Drama Desk show and is expected to skip the Tonys on June 7, despite the revival of Death of a Salesman being a strong contender. Industry chatter intensified backstage regarding whether Broadway was prepared to fully welcome him back. /N while some sources suggest the booing was instigated by a rival, an unfazed theater veteran downplayed the reaction, noting Rudin was booed slightly by attendees in the balcony, attributing the jeers to the upper regions. This insider defended Rudin's work, asserting that he made the show of the season, and I think his work will transcend other considerations. /N Rudin, who previously resigned from the Broadway League in 2021 to step away from producing, has returned this season with 2 Tony nominations. The controversy has prompted commentary in Variety's predictions, citing Rudin's return as the single most uncomfortable question for voters. The Rudin-produced revival of Death of a Salesman secured 4 Drama Desk Awards, tying for the most recognized play that night, and is up for 9 Tonys, including for the revival and nominations for its leads and director. The ongoing debate centers on whether the Tonys will become a redemption tour for Rudin or a reminder of the industry's long memory.